guys, welcome back to the Arsenal Save. It is crunch time in the season now. We're at the business end and there is not long to go in the Premier League nor the Champions League, although hopefully as long as possible to go in the Champions League, because as you can see, we have a quarter-final against Chelsea, followed by a Premier League game at Anfield, followed by a Champions League game against Chelsea. Yikes. It's going to be difficult to get through to the next round of the Champions League, to get to the semis. It's also going to be difficult to try and stay top of the Premier League, but after today's episode, there will be just 6 games to go in the Prem. And we do actually, after our good form in the last episode, have a bit of a gap to lean on for the occasional mistake, albeit we still have to play Liverpool and Chelsea and Manchester United in the league as well. Our gap is currently 8 points, but they have a game in hand, so could close it to 5. Then, of course, if we lose to Manchester United, that will close to 2. And if we lose to Liverpool, then the gap to them will close as well. But we're hoping to not lose to anyone. If we can just win every game that isn't Manchester United, Liverpool or Chelsea and avoid defeat in the games against Manchester United, Liverpool and Chelsea, then we should be able to win the Premier League title. And I'd love to win the Champions League as well, for rather obvious reasons. I didn't win anything in England at all over the course of FIFA 22. Our only success, league title and European-wise, was with Barcelona on FIFA 22. So we're trying to put that to rights here at Arsenal. We have already won the Community Shield. So we've set a precedent. We can win trophies at an English club this year. So let's go and put ourselves well on the road to securing another one, shall we? Chelsea away first. I do prefer to be at home in the second leg, so that's good. And we'll wait and see if we can actually get it done. Please, of course, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you are and hit that notification bell and you'll never miss another upload. Right, play match. Bring on the Chelsea.
The atmosphere is building. This one is always a classic, but what drama will we have?
It is always a classic, but it's the first time I can recall Chelsea and Arsenal meeting in the Champions League. There was, of course, the Europa League final a few years ago, where Chelsea came out on top rather heavily, and, well, hopefully the pre-game cutscene isn't a sign of things to come, with with Chelsea scoring through Ziyech and probably winning. I don't mind if they score, provided we still win. Let's show you what Chelsea's lineup looks like then for this game here against the Arsenal. They're lining up pretty strong with Benjamin Mendy. I don't know why I said Benjamin Mendy. Edouard Mendy in goal. Reece James at right back. Koulibaly, De Vrij, Thiago Silva and Ben Chilwell. Mason Mount and Mateo Kovacic with Ziyech, Lukaku and Sterling as the front three. It's a really strong side that will be particularly difficult to beat, but we hope to beat it. Crosshair to Mason Mount. Looked like he dummied a back heel there. Kieran Seeley holds him off. Kante forward into Gabby Jesus. Look at the run from Smith Rowe. Is he onside? If he is, he's well in behind, and he is onside. And that's Arsenal leading in the Champions League quarter-final. Brilliant run from Emil Smith Rowe. All we needed to do was find him, and find him we did. Lovely through ball. And we're in front early on here in the Champions League. Nobody went with the run. It's so tight with the offside. I'd have to have a look at a replay to see just how tight that was. Genuinely thought he actually was off. But as the ball was played, he's just timed the run to perfection. Absolutely perfect run. You love to see it. Arsenal 0. No, Arsenal 1. Chelsea 0. And Pellegrini. Odegaard. You can see the run of Smith Rowe again, cutting the defence apart. But Reece James on this occasion deals with it. Thiago Silva maybe going mad in his own age. A little bit senile. Kante nods that down to Odegaard. Forward to Smith Rowe. Short there was Pellegrini. Oh, trying the little intricate stuff, but it's not to work on this occasion. 20 minutes in, it's still 1-0. And Chelsea might try and get out from their defensive third, but at the minute they can't. And Odegaard's in, and surely from here, it's 2-0 to the Arsenal. And indeed it is. Kante considering retirement. Well, hopefully he can retire a European champion again. Albeit we've still a long way to go. But 2-0 up in the first leg of this quarter-final is a perfect start.
Nearly worked out, but not quite.
Sterling under control. And straight into Tomiyasu, who did just about manage to keep that in play. Gabby's there, out to Saka. Pellegrini's gotten forward. It's he who I'll look for. It's he who I won't find. Koulibaly clears. As far as Romelu Lukaku. And Chelsea will look to counter here through Sterling, perhaps. Although, no, they have been able to manage to find the ball. And here's Kovacic into Lukaku. Mason Mount out to Reece James. Got goals in Reece James. And assists too. And there nearly was one through the legs of the defender. Saved well by the goalkeeper. Mason Mount will go across to take the corner himself, but actually take it short. No, he hasn't. He's whipped it in. Sterling's not going to be winning any headers. Maybe they were looking for Koulibaly. Koulibaly battling with Pellegrini and coming off second best. Lorenzo getting away. You can see where Jesus wants it. I had to force him wide to ensure it gets to him. I am going to need that support. There is some in the middle here, though, from Martin Ødegaard. And here's Saka from distance. Bukayo. Saved well by Edouard Mendy. Tomiyasu into Saka. If we can start the second half as strongly as we started the first, we'll be in a very, very good position. Saka just can't help himself but run offside there. He tried a couple of times to hold his run and then just kept going. Stop, Bukayo. 2-0 is not a super comfortable make that run. Go on, is he onside here? It's a brilliant run. If he's on, we're loving life. I think he was off. He wasn't. He was on. This time makes the run at the right time. And Bukayo Saka extends our lead. I was just about to say a 2-0 lead isn't as comfortable as we were in the last round because, of course, we ended up with a 5-2 win against Leipzig. Although, this now is the same margin of victory as that by 3 goals. Consider we got payback against Everton in yesterday's episode for the league defeat. Consider this payback for the Baku Europa League final defeat in 2019. What a ball by Chile. And what a run by Reece James. And Saliba's going to have to come across here. And Lukaku's in. And Lukaku pulls one back for Chelsea. With 3.5 minutes to go. They add a little hint of doubt into proceedings. Is it a done deal already? Or do we now... I overran with the defender horribly there, actually, with Saliba. I think I was too busy looking at Lukaku, not concentrating too much on where I was running with my defender. Does that mean Chelsea stand a chance back at the Emirates? It certainly changes the complexity of the tie. Sinistera might have been offside there. Not that it matters. He's given the ball away anyway. Lukaku, no. Saliba's in. Hard and fair. But given away by Gabriel, who does have a mistake in him. Lukaku's in again. Saliba with a good touch. Very important block. If they'd have made it 3-2 there, then definitely it was in question for the second leg, wasn't it? But at present, a 3-1 win away from home, albeit... Oh, I thought we were going to kiss for a minute. Albeit away from home, but in London. 4 shots each. We were just clinical and they weren't. 1-1 between PSG and Real Madrid. I'm intrigued to see who goes through between Lyon and Bilbao. To see, hopefully, if we can get one of them in the semi-final. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Although we have slipped on some banana skins so far throughout the course of this save. Yuri Tielemans wants to be involved still, and he will be. Youth players terminating their contract left, right and centre. But for the time being, with the continual unfortunate lack of dynamic potential working properly for everyone until that patch comes through, youth players are not really the go-to at this stage. I will do a longer-term RTG from a lower league RTG or a small club RTG style save later in the year, and hopefully by that point dynamic potential will be fixed. They are on it and a fix is in the works, but it's not with us yet. What will be with us now is that game at Anfield to try and stay top of the Premier League. Liverpool's 4-3-3. In real life, Liverpool fans have been crying out for some world-class midfielders. You've got them now. Alisson, Trent, Jimenez, Van Dijk and Robertson. Fabinho, Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. Oh, I'll try that again. Sergej Milinkovic-Savic and Jude Bellingham. Mo Salah, Darwin Nunez and Luis Diaz, the front three. Serge Gnabry on the bench as well as Tapsoba, Thomas Partey, our former player of course, Diogo Jota, Ibrahima Konate and Marco Verratti. They've also got Danny Parejo as well. You called for central midfielders. It seems like Klopp has gone overboard and signed too many. You've still got Curtis Jones at 80 rated and Harvey Elliott still at the club. Jordan Henderson at 82 is still at the club as well. It's quite a squad Liverpool have amassed in this save so far, but hopefully it's a squad that we can keep quiet over the course of this Premier League fixture. It's always hit and miss against Liverpool. It's either very straightforward or very much not. That's a nice ball by Nunez. This is good football from Liverpool to start the game, isn't it? Can see their attacking intentions right from the off here. Not expecting good pace from Milinkovic-Savic, but Darwin Nunez is very fast. And that hit the arm, so it will be a free kick here that Salah will take. And with Milinkovic-Savic and Fabinho and a handful of others, Van Dijk as well, they've got height options from set pieces. They work it on the ground, though, and still have the goal-scoring chance, although it's well saved by Ramsdale. Again, I apologise to Keylor Navas. I forgot to put him in for the Champions League game. I'll do it next time. Keylor Navas will start the next Champions League game for Arsenal Football Club. That was the whole idea of buying him in the first place. Smith Rowe's getting away here, despite a lack of outright pace. He's done very well indeed. And we'll tuck that back to a teammate who will find Martin Ødegaard. Oh, probably should have passed it to Saka, but drawn the save out of the keeper at least. Well, you can ask, as a minimum, is that they work the goalkeeper, and they have done that there. As did they at the other end, to be fair. Could be a good game, this one. Oh, it's a lovely ball through. And Salah's away from me here. Mo Salah, brilliant block. Outrageous block, actually. To stop Mo Salah from giving Liverpool the chance of taking a 1-0 lead. Pellegrini challenge from Jude Bellingham. Certainly a player I want to utilise in a later save in the FIFA 23 year, Jude Bellingham. I've never signed him, I don't think, on FIFA before. Gabi Jesus wants to get him behind. That's actually Martin Ødegaard that finds himself making the better run, but I can't find either of them. And now here come Liverpool again. Mo Salah out to Andy Robertson. We were already 2-0 up against Chelsea by this point. We've barely had a chance in this one against Liverpool. Brighton take the lead against Manchester City. That's a turn up for the books. Milinkovic-Savic with a rocket shot. But thankfully it's blocked again. Liverpool started the better side here. That was a poor pass. Got me flustered at the moment. Nice little dummy from Mo Salah to send Kieran Tierney there. They really have turned up here so far, Liverpool Football Club, haven't they? Pressing to try and still have a chance this season of a title challenge. They will need to beat me to do that, though, because the gap is sizable. But at the minute, they're certainly the ones that look more likely of winning it, don't they? Salah into the middle. Away by Pellegrini. Bellingham underneath it. Touch is excellent. Ødegaard towards him. I don't know whose hand it hit. It was mine, I think. And it is a free kick for Liverpool. Long way out. Mo Salah, he might go for goal. You're going to lay this off to Milinkovic-Savic, I think. No, he's going for goal, Mo Salah. And my God, I bet he wishes he didn't. Just the potential physicality of Ben White. They almost scared him off the ball. Didn't actually make any contact whatsoever. So if Ødegaard was onside here, this is a great chance. Oh! We haven't had many opportunities in this game so far, but that was the best one we've created. I could have tried to find Jesus or someone on the edge of the box, but I think the best opportunity was the shot. Unfortunately, couldn't quite arc it into that far corner. This is a real battle against Liverpool here. This is going to be a really... Oh, it bounced up and hit Saka's arm. You could see it happen. That's frustrating. I'll tell you what, Trent's adventures forward are eventually going to cost his team a goal in this game. He's consistently out of position and very much opening up space in behind for me to try and exploit. Smith Rowe hasn't quite done it well enough so far, but with another 45 to come, he definitely can. How are Manchester United getting on? They're not playing, but Brighton's still 1-0 up against Man City at half-time. That'd be a massive result. And Pellegrini, oh, good footwork, actually. Little things like that, just not necessarily user-done, but just make the dribbling look so much better, don't they? Those little switches of feet, or the occasional, like, waving, dangling of a foot above the ball to just kind of dummy a touch almost. I tried to get that inside with Saka and couldn't quite do it. That's fallen free. That was me doing a stand tackle, which has ended or resulted in a clearance because the ball actually bobbled free to Pellegrini there. Fabinho into Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. Salah looking to get him behind. Gabriel with a mistake. Ben White saves his backside. You can see Jesus wanting to get him behind, and Virgil's not there. I don't know what Virgil van Dijk's doing in that particular situation because he's just absolutely let Gabi Jesus get away from him. A gift from the Liverpool backline. A gift that we needed because it didn't look like I was going to break them down without something like that, but I might even clip that and send it to the devs because that was questionable from Virgil there. Nice tackle by Kante. Fabinho, though, just shields the ball from him. Darwin Núñez elects to pass on this occasion. Ask Liverpool fans IRL how they feel about that from the game against City. I still haven't fully understood what Darwin Núñez was doing in that situation against City. Oh God, here comes Jose Maria Jimenez. No doubts about his defending. That was infinitely better than his teammate and captain alongside him. Alan Tomiyasu, awkwardly done. Physics engine-wise, but done nonetheless. Ødegaard out to Pellegrini. Narrow the defender up. Saka can come inside. Oh, it's meant for Ødegaard. It hasn't reached him. 23 minutes to go. The game is still not done as a competition, but I want to make sure that everybody that I want fit for their second leg against Liverpool is fit. So I'm going to make some substitutions. That's 3 there. Sinistera, Thuram and Tielemans to try and hope that we can hold on to the lead that we've got and also rest a couple of players. And that's why we improved in depth the way that we did. Because to be able to bring players like Tielemans and Sinistera off the bench certainly means that I have the extra quality in depth to give me the option to do so without unnecessarily risking the result. He says as he gives the ball away, but thankfully Aaron Ramsdale saves my bacon this time. There is the double change. Milenkovic-Savic with the corner to be taken short into Mo Salah. Floated to the middle. We should win this. We do. Ben White gets up nicely. I don't know what happened there. Bellingham and Saka having a bit of a 50-50. Fabinho, go on, shoot from range. He does actually have the occasional banger in the locker, doesn't he, Fabinho? So we won't encourage him too much to do so. Tomiyasu, no risks. Actually, space on this left-hand side for Sinistera. Play that inside and go again. Tielemans, perfect way to pass to N'Golo Kante. And we'll poke that for Marcus Thuram. Virgil van Dijk has the edge on the defender, on the attacker, sorry, this time. 9 minutes to go. You can see how end-to-end it's getting, but we still have our 1-0 lead. Trent with a brilliant ball. Kante with a nice interception that forced Diogo Jota into a tackling animation there rather than just the first touch. And Ramsdale will get rid of this. And we'll try and just manage the clock till the end from here. Saka, Kante in space. Poke that there for Gabriel. And in the middle there is Yuri Tielemans. Oh, that's not where that was supposed to go. Ref! Thank you! Mild panic. Not to worry. A 1-0 win against Liverpool. Strong result away from home. Although the goal was fortuitous to say the least. 8 shots for them. 3 for me. Very difficult game to play. But we held on. And Brighton not only were beating Man City by 1-0 at half-time, they actually went on to beat them by 3-1 there. That's outrageous from Brighton and Hove Albion down on the south coast. We are 8 points clear of Manchester United continually. However, they have a game in hand and we still have to play them in tomorrow's episode. So the title is a 2-horse race as we're 15 points clear of Chelsea in third with 18 points available. But if United win their game in hand and if they can beat me, then the Premier League title is still very much up for grabs for the Red Devils. But hopefully, we can win out there and we'll win out here against Chelsea too. That's the plan. Second leg, Chelsea look similar, but not identical. They have Malang Sarr at centre-back alongside De Vrij and Thiago Silva on this occasion. Havertz starts in the midfield with Mount out wide this time, and Gerard Moreno gets the nod up top through the middle ahead of Romelu Lukaku. Keylor Navas is in the starting lineup. Although, I did have to restart the game because I forgot to put him in again and then Twitch Chat screamed at me. So, well done, Ches. You're really good. 3-1 up from the first leg. Let's go and make sure we make it to the semi-finals, shall we? They come away with it. I don't know what happened to our defensive line there. Everybody stepped for some reason. Didn't look like there was a massively heavy touch at all. Good block by Saliba. Threw himself at it, but Got good connection on the ball, so I'm glad he did. Saka. Whoa! He's kept that in as well, Tomiyasu. Jesus Christ. Reactions of the man. Not the only one throwing himself at it. Saliba, evidently. Kai Havertz having a go too. Pellegrini holding off Raheem Sterling. In there to N'Golo Kante. Can I get that to Ødegaard? I can't really. Work it sideways. Come on. First time pass from Smith Rowe. Not great. I did have a look at Smith Rowe actually in the squad hub. In between games. I was initially looking to see how long we got to wait till Martinelli's back. Strike. Good save, Keylor Navas. But actually, turns out, Emil Smith Rowe has a better goal scoring record than Gabby Martinelli. Martinelli with just 4 Premier League goals. Emil Smith Rowe with 7. In similar game time as well. Which is very intriguing. So perhaps that first team spot, when Gabby gets back, oh my God, should still be up for grabs. And if Smith Rowe can keep his run of form going, then perhaps he should hold on to that starting spot at the end of the season. To be fair, Gabby Martinelli probably wouldn't be fit or sharp when he gets back from injury anyway, so Smith Rowe would probably deserve the start in the first place. But certainly, it's not as obvious a decision to put Martinelli back into the team as I perhaps thought it was going to be. Jesus battling with Thiago Silva. Brazilian on Brazilian. But so far between the two English sides in the European competition, it's scoreless. But we're happy with that because we're already 3-1 up on aggregate. Get to that, Kieran. He hasn't. Kovacic. Mount. It's not 3-1 anymore. It's 3-2. Mason Mount pulls one back for Chelsea. Tomiyasu. See you, Raheem. I like that. That was really, really nicely done from Tomiyasu. I'll get that to Saka, actually. And Gabby is there. Backed up by the defence. But look at the run by Martin Ødegaard, who's in behind and on his left. Oh, but can't get a clean shot away. I didn't fancy it on his right. Decided to try and reposition. Perhaps that was the wrong choice. I could maybe have tried to go on his right foot. Saka with a strong challenge. There have been some physical altercations in this game already. It is certainly a feisty derby now with a place in the Champions League semi-finals on the line. Kante into Smith Rowe. I'll poke that through the gap. Oh, it's actually reached Gabby the other side of the defender. And Edouard Mendy gets down well to save in the bottom corner. Well, we started knuckleballing corners in the last episode, and it worked quite well. Pellegrini will do the same. Oh my God! Why is it that knuckleballing a corner is more effective than knuckleballing a bloody free kick? This is insane. Do it again, Pellegrini. I'll put a bit more power on it this time. Jeez Louise. I don't know whether that's a bit of an exploit or what. Saka out of his feet, looking to find the corner. Edouard Mendy again with good hands. Tierney into Kante. Oh, good footwork, actually. Smith Rowe looking for Ødegaard on his left. Tuck it back. Jesus. Goal for the Arsenal. With 25 to go, the gap is 2 again. 4-2 on aggregate. That might just seal a Champions League semi-final spot for the Gunners. Away from the man. Ødegaard. Pellegrini. That's the game for sure now. 5-2 on aggregate. 2-1 to the Arsenal. We've turned it around. Champions League semi-final, anyone? Now give me Leon or Bilbao, please. He says, setting up the eventual defeat in the semi-final to Leon or Bilbao. I should have gone to Smith Rowe. They've still left bodies back there, Chelsea. I'll look for Smith Rowe here, actually. Never mind. 10 minutes to go. Oh, hello. We might still be in. We are still in. Go on, Bukayo. Oh, what a whip. Oh, Smith Rowe. Won the header well, but couldn't direct it towards goal. Love that never say die attitude from Bukayo Saka there. Luis Muriel on, as is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Wesley Fofana in a triple change for Graham Potter. Wesley Fofana for Chilwell makes me think they've changed formation, and indeed they have, to a 3-4-3. Hello, calm down, Reece. Oh, Tierney dangled a leg, couldn't get there. Give me it. Back. Oh. Brilliant clearance, mate. It's not going to cost us the tie, but good save. Good save. And Tierney's clearance is that, to be fair, I think Aubameyang got a toe to it, which is what skewed it. Let's have a look. Oh, I'm not going to quite see it. I think Aubameyang got a toe to that. It's not going to change the outcome of the game, so we won't cut apart that that clip too much. That's going to be 2-2 on the night and 5-3 on aggregate. But still, very comfortably, Arsenal through to the next round. Good save by the keeper, but Aubameyang out to Luis Muriel on the wing. One more consolation goal for Chelsea. Oh, maybe, you know. It did go over the line. It does count. Wow. Closer than you might have thought it would be after that first leg and when we went 2-1 up. Chelsea turn it around to win on the night, but still go out on aggregate. And, well, as close as it possibly could be, goal decision system almost certainly needed there. The ball marginally over the line. Oh, actually, I don't know why it pauses. At the what? It should pause at the point where the ball is most over the line, not just at the point where it crossed it. If it's going to keep going further over the line, then pause it there. Imagine if that was to pull Chelsea back level or even to send Chelsea through. Havertz 88, Mount 90, but Chelsea out of the Champions League and Arsenal through in, at the end, a nervy situation, but we felt comfortable enough that we'd gotten the job done. PSG win 2-1 at the Santiago Bernabeu to send themselves through to the semi-finals, and Lyon are through as well. Manchester City, Arsenal, PSG, Lyon is the Champions League semi-final lineup. Question is, who do we have of those few? Tournament prize money 10.6. Please give me Lyon. Of all of them, I did not want Manchester City. I always lose to City. They beat me in the FA Cup. They beat me in the league. And now they might knock me out of the Champions League as well. We have the chance, however, to win the Premier League. Perhaps even in the next episode. We are still 8 points clear at the top. Manchester United have their game in hand. Actually, they've still not played their game in hand. I don't know who it's against or when it is. They've got Blackburn the same day that we have Forest. And they've got Leicester on the 16th. So that must be it. Leicester on the 16th and then we play them. So very nearly at the point where we're going to find out what the situation is. Forest, United, City, Brighton, City, Chelsea, Wolves, Leicester. I think I might sim Forest, sim Brighton, play United, City and City in the next episode. And that's where we will leave it for today. The Premier League title is very nearly there, but the Champions League is now, even though we're so much closer to the final, in more doubt than it was before we kicked off at the beginning of the group stage, because it's bloody Manchester City. See me tomorrow for a Champions League semi, will you? Bye-bye.